Howdy folks, Will Reynolds here, and I'm back for another Wasteful Wednesday. And this Wednesday, I want to remind you of an oldie but goodie. Homework and quiz sites are definitely taking money out of your accounts, and you pretty much have no idea that you're spending that money. So let me go ahead and show you how by combining paid search data and SEO data, you can hold on to those dollars. Let's go. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is how Quizlet, it's a quiz site, is ranking in the top 20. And what I've done is I've pulled down every search term for every client in the last 12 months, and I can see that $67,000 were spent on terms where Quizlet was a good quote-unquote answer. And I can pick any of my clients at any point and see where they're spending money. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, we have all these different account names here, and I can see how much more is my CPA, so how much more does it cost me to acquire a customer when a quiz site, or when Quizlet.com shows up in the top 20. And that's 67 grand. My friends, this is why I'm crazy about this cost-saving stuff on paid. $67,000 in clicks that were showing quiz sites? Come on. Okay, so you can see that the CPAs are usually really high, or they have a negative 100 CPA, which means they've spent money and never converted. I have spends as low as $19 and as high as $9,000 depending on the client. And here you can see what percentage of their spend is on keywords where Quizlet shows up in the top 20. Now top 20 is pretty deep, so let's only look at the top 10. And that quickly you can see, this means, if a site ranks in 10 through 20, Google's kind of saying, you know what? We may not feel as confident that it's the best answer, but once you start getting to the top 10, there's real stuff here. And now you can see that's $36,000 being spent on these words. But Quizlet isn't the only domain that shows up for these kinds of quiz words. So what I can do is I can select a site like Course Hero, and I can see, oh my God, Course Hero was in the top 43, spent $43,000 across clients just where it ranks in the top 10, $98,000 broadly. So let's take a look at these search terms. As you can see, they sound like quiz questions, don't they? Brett Thau is an insurance agent for Great Midwestern Insurance in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He is analyzing invoices. 1, course point. 4, Franzen and Pennington Abrams, clinical drug therapy rationales, nursing practice text. My friends, these people are not looking to buy your stuff, and that is why at Seer, we always combine the PPC data and the SEO data together so we can get this crap out of our client accounts faster than pretty much anyone else that I've seen, because we're doing it on only one click. We start to find these things. Let's keep going. So here's an example for a client where you see somebody's putting in blanks before the rest of the words because they're trying to search for a test question in the health space. And yes, my client got one click. So sites like these are the ones that you want to be checking your paid search against, because they usually start to show patterns, we'll get into it in another video, where you can engram these things out and prevent yourself from spending money on these in the future. And if you remember from one of my old videos, this is another reason why negating names will help you to not show up for some of this stuff. Names like Mike and Jim and Joe. Oftentimes, quiz questions, especially for the banking clients in the financial space, those kinds of questions typically include, Jim is going to the store and he's saving blah, 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 and then your dumb ad is showing up. I'm telling you guys, this happens a ton, and I am now looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars in those kinds of things. All right, you all take care.